Hello my loves, it's your girl Shayla Apri. Today we are making sea moss, and as you guys can see I got mine from fruitsandroots.com, and you'll see the little card that came with it so you can get the information off of there. But we are making the sea moss today, and you can add this to fruit juice, your water, smoothies, whatever your little heart desires. So if you want to see how I make it, stay tuned. Okay my love, so first you just want to grab a large bowl and then take some out the pack. So I bought a 16 ounce pack. I think they come in 8 ounce, 16 ounce, and possibly 32 ounce for the sea moss from Fruits and Roots. So I have the 16 ounce pack. I used, you'll see it towards the end of this clip, but I used about half of the bag. And it ended up making, so that was what, 8 ounces of the sea moss fresh out the pack. So that ended up making about over 100 ounces, so probably about like 105 ounces or so. So I definitely had enough to share with my friends. So just look at it to your liking and just see how much you need or how much you want to make. Okay guys, so I'm not sure if you can see it up close here, but there is like some, when you pull it fresh out the pack, there's dirt and salt and stuff that falls to the bottom because it is fresh out the ocean. So that's what we want to get off. That's the goal of the next step, is to get that dirt and all the salt and stuff off of there. So if you literally take it out the pack and lick it like fresh out the pack, which I did, so it's like super salty, tastes kind of weird. So you literally, like, that's how I taste test it. So I literally, like, I will wash it off and you just keep on rinsing, rinse, dump the bowl, get the dirt out, rinse it again, and you just want to rinse it until it gets a little more plump and tender, and until the bottom of that bowl is clean. See how you can see the salt and stuff down there? You want all that to be clean. You don't want to see any more of like the black salt, the dirt, any of that stuff in the bottom of the bowl. We want that gone. So that's what we're looking for in this step, is to get it nice and clean. And you'll know it's clean when, towards the end, like I said, it gets plumped up, but you'll know it's clean when you go to lick it and it no longer tastes like salt. That's how you know it's clean. That's the true test. So just keep on rinsing until you're clean.
That's good.
So as you guys can see here, we have some nice clean sea moss. That's what we want. And as you can see, it's starting to get a little tender. It's still hard, but it's a lot more tender from when you first took it out the pack. But that's how we want it to look, nice and clean. And we want to do one last drain before we go to soak. One last drain, guys. Okay y'all, so next you want to grab some type of storage container, pot. I always use this pot, but I have used a bowl and even plastic wrap before to do it. So you want to pour your sea moss, your drained sea moss in that
That's
container.
good.
And then you want to start covering it, and please make sure it's covered. You want to drench all that sea moss. So you want to make sure it's covered with some type of spring water. Essentia is my favorite water, so that's what I always use for it. But just use the water of your choosing. Just make sure it's some type of spring water though. So you just want to get it covered. Make sure it's all covered. And like I said, you can use whatever you have lying around. If it's a crock pot, long as it's something with a lid or some type of bowl or container with even some plastic wrap, that'll work too. And don't be trying to come at me, y'all. My hands were clean every step of the way. But I'm definitely not a glove person when I'm working with any type of food or anything. I get my hands dirty. But we wash our hands every step of the way. So you just want to make sure it's covered. Get that covered with the water, and then just place your lid on, and we can go ahead and soak. So guys, this is 24 hours later. You can do it from 12 hours to 48 hours. The longest I've done it is 48. But as you guys can see from when I first put it in the pot, look how it's a lot bigger, it's more tender, it's softer, and that's how you kind of know it's done. When it gets super soft and it's not too hard anymore, that's how you know it's done. But you at least want to do 24 hours minimum to soak. So next, what you guys want to do is get your blender out. Have that ready. And then all you do is just, and guys, don't do what I do. I use my spaghetti, I call it a spaghetti spoon, but my spaghetti spoon that you would use to cook spaghetti noodles, I normally use that, but it was dirty today, so I had to just do what I had to do. So I had to use my ladle. So all you want to do, whatever spoon you have, just make it work. But all you do is just take that out, drain it, and then put that in your blender. And I fill it up. I fill my blender up like halfway, about with the sea moss, the drained sea moss. I fill it up about halfway. So next, you just want to take the same water that you use to soak the sea moss. You just want to take that and put that in your blender over top of the sea moss you just put in there. And just I try to cover it actually, because you want it to be super smooth. The less water you use, it'll be super thick. So I mean, if you rather have like a jelly type of thing more than it be nice and smooth, you can add a tiny amount of water, but I like to add a lot of water because I like mine to be nice and smooth, because I normally just use mine for smoothies. So, but like I said, once again, do it to your liking, but I normally fill my water up over top of the sea moss. guys, once again, you can make this as thick or as thin as you want. This is the consistency that I like mine. Because remember, it will get a tiny bit thicker once you put it in the fridge. It'll kind of solidify a little bit. So it'll even be thicker than it is on my spoon right now after it's in the refrigerator for a couple of days. Probably after 24 hours actually. So now all you have to do is just put it in your storage container. And I just use the mason jars. These are about 32 ounces. So I filled up probably like almost probably 2.5 of these. I filled up with that amount I made. And once again, that was probably 2.5 of these jars, and that was a 8-ounce pack. So you really don't need a lot. And me, I'm only one person. It's just me in the house, so I definitely don't need a lot. So that is it, guys. If you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to thumbs up, like, and subscribe for good vibes.